Hi everyone, CeeChronicles is my name. Thank you so much for joining me. If you're here for the first time, my content is mostly fragrance reviews, fashion and lifestyle videos. I do hope you do stay, and by that I mean I hope you do subscribe. I also want to acknowledge my returning subscribers. Thank you so much for coming back. I have a fragrance review video for you. I am going to be talking about Portrait of a Lady by Frederick Malle. Okay, the perfumer here is Dominique Rompion. Okay, I like how they actually put his name there. Okay, Dominique Rompion is the perfumer. Okay, so here's a nose behind Portrait of a Lady. I'm going to spray this fragrance on my arm. Okay, I'm going to spray it here. I'm going to give 3 sprays there. Okay, sorry, I was covering the camera there. Okay, and I am going to tell you more about this fragrance. This was also in my haul, so yeah, this is the second one from the haul that I intend talking about today. Okay, so Portrait of a Lady. First off, this is a very strong fragrance. Already 3 sprays are more than too much. I don't even know why I did that. Okay, 3 sprays are just, this closet is filled up. Okay, this is a 2010 composition. To those who care to know, this is not a new fragrance, but for some reason it's, you know, it just went it was, I wouldn't want to say viral, but I mean it just became so talked about on YouTube, I think last year. But this is a 2010 composition and I was surprised. Okay, and it's got on the top some rose. You're going to feel that rose without even, I don't have to put my arm closer to me, guys, but I'm just going to do it for the sake of, you know, you watching to know where I'm getting this from. Okay, it's got a lot of rose. It's got some clove, some raspberry, some blackcurrant, and some cinnamon, and that is at the top. And these notes are not shy. They're just, you know, dumped there. You can feel that just in the opening. Like I said, it's a really pungent fragrance. And then in the mid, it's got some patchouli, some incense, and some sandalwood. And then in the base, it's got some musk and some benzoin and some amber. So that is what to expect in terms of notes. But in terms of the general feel of the fragrance, this is a smoky fragrance. You're going to get that smoky, incensey vibe to it. You're going to get that rosy feel. It's also fruity, okay? Very fruity. It's got that fruity vibe, and this is due to the raspberry and the black currant, okay? So basically that is what you get. Now in the opening, it's got your piercing spicy rose and the black currant and the cinnamon. And you immediately smell something that feels like patchouli, incense, and something that feels a bit oody. Okay, that is what you get just from the first blast. Okay, definitely something, the incensiness comes through, the smokiness. So this is one that you don't have to wait for too long for it to unfold. You kind of get the package just offset. Okay, and something here feels very minty. I know patchouli is of the mint family, but used in a fragrance does not come across as minty. But something in here smells really minty. Okay, so I am tempted to say it's the patchouli. The way it interprets here, it is so minty, slightly green. Yeah, definitely minty. And I remember in the video that I did with my daughter, the first thing she said, you know, when she sniffed it was, it feels cold. And, you know, I hadn't actually thought of it that way, but I think she was talking about this minty vibe that it gives off. Just smelling it here, you feel something that feels medicinal, something that feels minty. Okay, that's what you get. And it's got this vintagey vibe to it. Okay, so the rose and the incense in here are maturely done. So this is a fragrance to me that I feel may not appeal to the youngsters. This is not a fragrance that I feel, you know, in as much as my daughter put this at number 1 and she said, wow. But if she had to spray this, I feel it might choke her because it does have this mature, really, it's got a lot of depth to it. Okay, and that incensey, that rich auntie vibes to it. Okay, so yeah, it is really maturely done. And granted, it's a vintage. Okay, it's a 2010 composition and we are in 2022, so this is 22 years old. So yeah, it is, you know, in line with those fragrances that were being made a while ago that had, you know, this depth. This is not like your designer kind of light fragrance that is going to appeal to everybody. No, it's got that touch of green again that I feel maybe the greenness to me feels like damp wood. Okay, so I don't know whether it's coming from the sandalwood, but something here feels like damp wood. Okay, It really plays with your senses. This is a really beautiful fragrance, guys, to me, all right? Quite complex as well, okay? And this is often compared to Gucci Guilty Absolute Parfum, but definitely this was here first. This is a 2018 composition, but if you are the young at heart, like I said, this is going to appeal to the more mature one, then this would be something that I recommend. This has got the similar vibe, minus that depth, minus that vintagey feel of the rose. This has got a more flirty, a more fun, a more summery vibe, whereas this is more wintry, okay? But they're not the same thing per se. This has more depth as far as I'm concerned. This is more, this is a work of art in terms of perfume. Not that this is not. This was a shocking Gucci to me because I didn't expect this of Gucci. I'd been there, done that with Gucci, tried some of them, and until I found this one, and I was like, wow, this is really gorgeous. And I think you can see how far it's gone there. I am really hammering this one because I do really like this one. This is your flirtier version, but this it has got some depth, and this is one that I would not recommend as a blind buy. What I did with this one is I got an oil first. If you could see that portrait of a lady, I got an oil first. And it gave me something that I wished this one would give me. I wished this one would push it a little further. I got from here. So I'm not trying to say these are the same fragrances, but I'm saying, in case you are curious and or you wanted to gift somebody a really good fragrance, and they're young at heart, this would be it. If there's somebody who's about my age, this is definitely it. Price-wise, this would be better on your pocket than this one. This is a work of art. This I love, okay? I really love this fragrance. So, yeah, really nostalgic as well. It kind of evokes, it takes you back in time. So it is one of those fragrances that, I can even picture, a rich royal wearing this. Okay, a rich royal wearing this. Okay, I know I've said a lot about this. I wouldn't have bought it if I didn't feel that way, especially considering the price tag. I wouldn't even have bought it. So definitely this review, because I purchase my fragrances. I'm not gifted these fragrances, okay? So when I come to you with a review, sincerely, these are my opinions coming from the bottom of my heart, because I've paid for this fragrance. So yeah, for me to pay for this fragrance, I knew exactly what I wanted. And this is one that a little goes a long way as well. So in terms of value, like I said, it's got this massive sillage, staying power, compliment getter, you name it, perfect for winter, that kind of thing. So in a nutshell, what to expect from this fragrance is super spiciness. Something also feels a bit oody, but there's no oud in here. But I just had to mention that. The incense in here comes across as if it's a bit oody. Okay, so for those that don't like that kind of thing, it's something to look out for. This one comes out a bit, just a touch bit of oud. The incense here is smoky, but it gives off that vibe. Okay, so in a nutshell, expect something, expect an incensey fragrance, a very spicy fragrance, smoky, rich, a very rich rose, okay, and a musky dry down. So yeah, if all I can say in a nutshell is, if you want to smell, if you're looking for those fragrances that make you smell wealthy, okay, because I often get questions like that as well. Which fragrance can I purchase that will make me smell wealthy, okay? Or if you want to smell rich, okay, this is it. Okay, this is the fragrance for you guys. I love Portrait of a Lady. I also intend exploring some of the fragrances that Dominique Rompion, created, because he nailed it on this one. And I feel, I'd want to put my nose on a lot of other fragrances that he has created simply because of this. This is my only Frederick Malle in my collection, okay? But again, I can see myself trying another one or two, because this is gorgeous, and as a collector, I'm so happy it's in my collection. So yeah, CeeChronicles is my name. This is what I had for you. I had Portrait of a Lady, a Dominique Rompion, okay, creation by Frederick Malle, okay, and that's what I had to say for you. Please do turn on post notifications so that you're notified anytime I upload a video. Remember to like this video if you like it, share it if you want to share it, and remember, smelling good is a form of good manners. Cheers.